To conclude the first letter, the third part of the letter, which all three parts were actually written at different times, but were put together by the sons of the Alter Rebbe. And in fact, the letters that are put into Tanya, written by the Alter Rebbe, but they were placed, and in the order that they were placed, by the sons of the Alter Rebbe. So, concludes in this letter, the Alter Rebbe, that now once more I put forth my hand a second time with an additional explanation for a twofold request that I extend to the Hasidic Brotherhood, those are near and those are far, to take upon themselves the following. On all weekdays, businessmen who don't have much time for prayer should not be the leaders of the prayer in the congregation. Only those that have time should lead the prayers, such as teachers, those who are supported by their parents, and they're sitting and learning for the morning service on a daily weekday basis, because they are able to pray at greater length for an hour and a half or so. So one of them, who have the time, should be chosen by lot or by consent of the majority of the congregation, and they should gather around them that person who's leading the congregation, those who have the time, who have the capability, that they should pray at greater length. So around them there should be, around this leader of the chazan, if you will, or the Baal Tefillah as it's called, that they should have them together with him, these others who have the time, so that way they keep a certain a momentum in the prayer service that is one that gives ample time for people to pray appropriately or to the best of their capability. And this arrangement, says the Alter Rebbe, not to be changed, I beg and beseech you. Continues the Alter Rebbe and says that on Shabbos and festivals, however, where businessmen, they are off, not working. Shabbos, it's a holiday. So they have the time, they have the opportunity, they can pray at greater length likewise, which means concentrating their heart and their soul to God. So moreover, their duty to do so in leading the congregation becomes now greater, because they're able to. Right. As it's written in the Torah, 6 days shall you work, and on the seventh day Shabbos shall be unto Hashem your God. So in other words, Shabbos is a day that's wholly devoted unto God. So when it comes to Shabbos and festivals, therefore these people who during the week don't have the time, much more rushed, they can also step down and lead the congregation. Says the Alter Rebbe. And this just underlines how important, prayers, and to, have a focus and a devotion in our prayers. Says that my intention is to send spies to the congregations, to the Chabad community congregations, and to find out what's happening with the worshipers. Are they meditating before their prayers? Are they focused in their prayers? Or are they being slothful and lazy? And there will be a punishment, says the Alter Rebbe, for those who are lazy in their prayers. And that will be estrangement. What does estrangement means? That you'll be distanced from the Alter Rebbe, and not be able to hear Hasidic teachings. Ooh. It's a very painful punishment, not to hear from the Rebbe his teachings. And from the negative, you can infer the positive, of course, that the more generous you are in your time and effort to pray, you can be assured a greater warm welcome. Concludes the Alter Rebbe in this first letter, pleasant be the lot of those who hearken. May the blessing of goodness light upon them. And there is no good but Torah. Very powerful about the importance of prayer. Focused, engaged, that you are truly talking to God, and He's truly listening. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Any questions? Any comments? What happens when one comes late to shul? So you just start davening. That's a detailed thing that you just daven. I don't see any other questions. Anything? No. Folks, prayer is very important, and even if we don't pray a full service, but whatever we do, try to focus. Know that you're standing before Hashem. Know that your prayers are precious to God. Sometimes you might feel like you're talking to the wall. Even when you're standing at the Western Wall, you're talking to the wall. Talking to God, whose presence there, wherever you speak to Him. Know that you are talking to Him, and He's listening. And yeah. All right. Rambam coming up. Oh, a reminder, tonight 6:30 there will be a Torah class, and 8 o'clock TRC, Tanya Rabbi Community, tonight at 8 o'clock. So 6:30 Torah portion. That will be on Zoom. Zoom is 770 6085. That's the Zoom. Or it'll be on Facebook, Chabad ZK. Okay. That's at 6:30 Eastern Standard Time. Chicago, it's 5:30. California, it's 3:30. Australia.
Forget it.
I don't know. Australia is it's
8.5 somewhere.
Australia, I think it's 14-hour difference now. Is that correct? So it'd be 8:30 in the morning.
Tomorrow.
I think. Okay, Hamid does davening in Shachris, but at one's home destroy the purpose of davening. No, if better to daven at home than not daven at all, for sure. Here he's speaking about a minyan, a quorum that part of a public, congregational prayer. But yes, if you can't be at a congregation to pray, pray at home. Absolutely. Okay. Alrighty, I think that's it. I don't think Hashem punishes me for that, but Okay, I'm not clear on that. Okay, beautiful. All right, folks. I'm Rabbi Ronnie Fine, coming to you from Chabad Zich and Kadesh, Montreal, Canada. It's a privilege and a pleasure to share with you the Tanya Rambam coming up in a few moments. And again, 6:30 tonight and 8 o'clock. Have a wonderful, good Tavach, Shavua Tov, a wonderful good week. Be well.